StAMINA's role in mental health is to bring in student voice and bring in students as partners and collaborators when it comes to policies or programs or action to improve youth mental health. And our fundamental goal is to improve the well-being for Kentucky students, decrease the stigma surrounding mental health, and to increase access to really effective prevention and treatment services for Kentucky students. So what we're doing is all across Kentucky, we're following a three-pronged framework of learn, build, and act. With our learn phase, what we've done is over the past year, we've been conducting a research study. We've also been working on building and acting. Where building focuses on creating a coalition of stakeholders, students of course, but also adult allies who can help us magnify the impact of student voice. We're really hoping to bring in other students into our cause. So we've built a huge group of people who's really passionate and just as driven to improve mental health as everyone in StAMINA is. And then finally, our action phase for tangible action that can really improve mental health. We've been working on that combines really all of our efforts, learning, the building, and the acting, is this event called the StAMINA Youth Mental Health Ideathon, which is going to bring together a bunch of community stakeholders, students, plus all the adult allies that we've connected with through our build phase, and bring everyone together to brainstorm really creative and innovative solutions to improving youth mental health, where we talked to students because students' voices are really never heard when it comes to the issue of mental health. What they thought drove mental health issues, what was causing students to be experiencing so many challenges.
It's a little rough being a teenager. It comes with a lot of difficulties.
Everything's really fast-paced. You've got all the social media and everyone's just trying to do as much as they can as fast as possible.
We have to work like 3 outside jobs and 3 part-time jobs while keeping up our grades and keeping up all our extracurriculars and family. And
there's a lot of pressure put on teenagers by society, and I think that with everything changing with technology, that it's just so different compared to other generations.
We are a whole new generation, and there is a generational gap between us and our parents and our teachers and all adults.
Everyone has and experiences mental health. It's just your kind of state of being. And we talked about other things like coping mechanisms and what students do. So throughout this research study, we really wanted to capture what students and key stakeholders and adult allies had to say about mental health.
I absolutely believe it's important that teenagers are part of the conversation. They're the ones who will tell us what their needs are. We just need to listen and then respond.
And so it makes perfect sense to have the students lead and be the problem solvers in dealing with the issues that they're struggling with every day.
I think StAMINA is impacting the future of mental health in Kentucky because they're creating an ongoing dialogue. They're doing it in a rigorous way, and they're bringing the student voice to the forefront.
I have been around the country and I have just not seen this for youth by youth approach for mental health advocacy. I mean, it is youth as solution partners to raise awareness, reduce stigma, and lower the barriers to both prevention and treatment of mental health.
Like I'm here today with StAMINA and the Ideathon because it's important for us to know what's happening on the ground in community.
If I had to pick one word to describe StAMINA, it would be student-driven. It is the fundamental principle that we are founded on. It's because students were never involved in mental health. Students didn't even talk about mental health, but we're the ones who are experiencing our own mental health. So it didn't make any sense to me that no one was talking to us about it. It didn't make any sense to me that we didn't play a role in whatever programs or education we received, and that is fundamentally why StAMINA exists and why we're here.
Being student-led really empowers the students to support their friend, or even if they're not their friend, just support that cause in general.
I think that it's important to be an advocate because it really helps me feel like I'm contributing and using my experience and insight and really putting that towards helping others. A lot of people didn't know exactly how to respond or how to help me when I had a mental illness, and I feel like being able to share my experience and educate others will contribute to others getting the help that they need.
I went through depression while my parents were getting a divorce, and it was really hard on me just like watching them kind of separate, and like how that went down was like an especially rough time.
Mental health is so important because often it's disregarded and physical health comes as a priority, and they both need to come as a package because without mental health you don't have physical health, and without physical health you don't have mental health.
That's why I'm excited about StAMINA this morning, because we're going in a different direction and we're showing that everyone should have the opportunity to live healthy lives and to live safe lives and to be able to thrive. I'm definitely hoping that by the end of the day that the young folks who have helped to organize today's event with StAMINA will have some real recommendations and public policy opportunities for us at the local and state level to make sure that we're addressing the needs of youth in the Commonwealth of Kentucky.